Hello student, good morning to all of you. Welcome to online class. Student, in the last video we have discussed about the solution. Okay, means how the solution form. You know, in the solution is the two things, solute and solvent. The substance who dissolve is known as the solute, and the other substance who dissolve the solute is known as the solvent. And when solute and solvent mix up together, it form solution. Understood now? Like sugar and water or salt and water. If you take 1 spoon sugar or salt and take half beaker or half glass water and add, and after adding just shake it. After shaking, you seen that after 5 minutes, did you ever see the particle of the sugar? No. We only able to see the water. Why? Because the sugar dissolved in the water. Clear? Similarly like a salt, if you take 1 spoon salt and add in the water and shake well. After shaking, did you able to see the particle of the salt? No. We get only the water. Why? Because the salt particle dissolve in the water. So salt is the solute and water is the solvent. And both are mixed up together, it forms the solution of sugar and water or salt and water. Okay, student. After that, the next point is the soluble and insoluble substance. Soluble means the substance who dissolve in the solvent. Is known as the soluble substance. Example, you know, like salt, sugar, copper sulfate. If you add in the water, it dissolve it. Clear? So it is known as the soluble substance. Got it? And other one is the insoluble substance. In the insoluble substance, if you add any solute in the solvent, it not dissolve in the solvent. It is known as the insoluble substance. Example, like mud, sand, chalk powder. These are the insoluble in the water. How? See friends, you take 2 beaker and the both beaker you take the water in the first and the second. In the first beaker, you add 1 spoon salt and shake well. The salt dissolve in the water. Yes or no? So salt is the soluble substance. Take 1 spoon sugar and add it. Then shake well. What is in that? You see that the sugar dissolve in the water. In the second beaker, see, take 1 spoon sand and add it and shake well. After shaking, leave without disturbing 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, you see that the sand particle settle on the base. Got it? So this is the insoluble substance. Next, you add, take some mud and add in the water and keep without disturbing. After 30 minutes, you see that the mud settle on the base. So this is the insoluble substance. Similarly, like a chalk powder, if you take chalk powder and add in the water and shake well. After 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you see that the chalk powder settle on the base. Clear? So this is the soluble and this is the insoluble substance. Okay, student. After that, the next point is the conditions affecting the formation of solution. Means what condition it affect the formation of solution. Clear, student? So, student, first point is the nature of the solute and the solvent. Nature means what is their chemical property. Chemical means suppose that if you take water and oil and mix up together, it possible to mix up together? No. Just you take, say student, in the first beaker you take 100 ml water and second beaker you take oil. Clear? And add well and leave without disturbing. After 5 minutes, you see that the oil in the upside and water in the downside. because both chemical nature are different. You take mud and add in the water, it will not dissolve. Means it depend on the chemical property. If their chemical property are similar, it dissolve it. Clear? Second one, stirring or shaking. See, stirring or shaking. Suppose the friend, you take one glass, 1 liter and add water. Clear? Next, again you take other beaker. Clear? Both volume are same, both are 100 ml water in the both beaker. In the first, just you add 1 spoon sugar. And in second also add 1 spoon sugar. After adding, in the first beaker, leave without disturbing. In the second beaker, just put 1 spoon and shake it. After shaking, after shaking, we seen that the second beaker who contain water and sugar, if you shake well, it easily dissolve. Comparison first. Means shaking also affect the formation of solution. If you shake, then it dissolve easily. It dissolve faster than without shaking. That's the extent, when we make any sarbat, in the summer time, we make some sarbat by adding sugar and water. So see, if we shake well, it easily dissolve. And if you add and leave without shaking, it take more time. Clear? So, this is the stirring or shaking. If you shake well, it easily dissolve. It dissolve faster than without shaking. Clear? Next question, C. Heating. Heating also affect the formation of solution. How? Listen. You take 2 beaker. Take in the both beaker 100 ml water. Water 100 ml. And also water 100 ml. Clear? In the first, add 1 spoon sugar, and in the second, also add 1 spoon sugar. Clear? In the second beaker, just you start heat by the flame. Okay. What is in that? When you heat, then the second beaker, the solute dissolve faster than the first beaker who without the heating. Clear? Means when you heat the substance, when you heat the solvent, it dissolve easily. Clear? Compare the first. That's the student. You see, when you if you take 2 water, 1 hot water, 1 cold water, and add 1 spoon sugar. What to see in that? We seen that the cold water, in the cold water, solute dissolve very less, or it takes more time comparison than if you add the sugar in the hot water. Means heating also affect the formation of solution. If you heat fast, then formation of solution is faster. Clear now? See, like this when you make the tea. See, if you add water and heat well, after 5 minutes you add sugar, it easily dissolve. Clear now? But in the cold water, if you want to make sarbat, it is possible to make easily? No. First we take water, cold water, then sugar, and after that we shake. If you not shake, then it take 1 hour, 2 hours. That's why heating also affect the formation of solution. If you heat, then it becomes very fast. The solute dissolve very fast. But if you not heat, it take more time. Clear? Next one is the size of solute particles. Solute and their size. First you take the copper sulfate. You know thermal copper sulfate? CuSO4 powder form. And the second, you take a piece of copper sulfate. Copper sulfate. Both are the copper sulfate, but first is the powder form, second one is the solid form, big size. And you take both copper sulfate in the both figure. See? See, in the first figure, same 100 ml water. In the first figure, you add a powder copper sulfate. Clear? And in the second figure, you add a solid copper sulfate, whose size are bigger. Clear? And leave without disturbing. What is in that? We see that the small particle of copper sulfate or the copper sulfate powder, it easily dissolve in the water. Clear? But in the second figure, see, in the second figure, when you add a piece of copper sulfate, it not easily dissolve. It take more time. Means if their size are smaller, it dissolve faster than the second whose size are bigger. Clear? Sugar powder, salt powder, it easily dissolve in your body. It fastly absorbed by your body. Okay? So students, these are the some conditions of the formation of solution, and if it affect, if their size, heating, term, everything, if it increase or decrease, it affect the formation of solution. Clear? Next one is saturated and unsaturated solution. In a saturated solution, no more solute can be dissolved at a given temperature. Means, student listen. If you take a beaker, take 200 ml water, 200 ml water, temperature 20 degree Celsius, normal temperature. Clear? Take 200 ml water, temperature 20 degree Celsius, and after that, just you add sugar. See, add some sugar. No need to say. Add sugar, leave it. We seen that after some time it dissolves. Again you add some sugar. We seen that again it dissolves. Again you add sugar, it also dissolves. But in one condition, when you add the sugar in the water, it not dissolve. It start to settle on the base. So when such condition start, it's known as the saturated solution. Okay, student? Means they have the capacity at the fixed temperature, fixed volume, fixed amount of solute dissolved in the solvent. Sugar dissolved in the water, salt dissolved in the water. This is known as the saturated solution. And in an unsaturated solution, more of the solute can be dissolved at a given temperature. In the unsaturated solution, more solute dissolve. How? Listen one thing. See. So in the first condition we seen that temperature 20 degrees Celsius, volume 200 ml water, we add the sugar. A fixed amount of sugar dissolved in the water. Clear? But in the second condition, you take same water, 200 ml, okay, and start to heat. When you start the heating, add 1 spoon sugar, it is dissolved. Again add 1 spoon sugar, it is dissolved. Means when you add sugar, their dissolving capacity is more than the first condition. Clear? This is known as the unsaturated solution. So that's why, student, heating affects the formation of solution. Without heating, a fixed amount of solute or solvent, they mix up together. Clear? At the fixed, if the temperature are fixed, volume are fixed, then fixed amount of solute dissolve. But if you heat the material, if you heat the solvent, then more solute dissolve in the water. Got it? So this is known as the saturated solution, and this is known as the unsaturated solution. Okay, student? So these are the some points. So the next topic we will discuss in the next video. Thank you.